Hello and welcome to a Three's Company video on the Lord of the Rings the card game. I'm Joseph and today I'm excited to start playing the quests from the Children of Eorl expansion made by the Long Extended Party folks. They just released this expansion a couple weeks ago, week or two ago, and I've been working on this first quest quite a bit. I think it's pretty difficult. It's called Ambush at Erelas. Hits you from quite a few different directions, or possibly hits you from quite a few different directions. I felt like I had no choice but to play Rohan against it. So far, I'm not diving into the player cards from the fan-made expansion, just doing the quests themselves with older decks. I do want to start working on those new cards, but for now I just want to try to play them with official cards. Nothing against the new cards, but I just want to digest one piece at a time. So I'll be using this Bond of Friendship Rohan deck today. I have my 10 cards from each sphere, quite a few allies, a lot of defensive stuff. There's a nasty boss at the end you gotta kind of lock down for a while. Healing, Warden of Healing, and Song of Healing, quite a bit of damage, and then it starts pretty high threat, 37 with Aeon's discount. So I have 6-7 cards devoted just to threat reduction. Gandalf might be card draw, but mostly threat reduction. Song, Woodman's Clearing, and double back. So I guess just 5 cards. But I hope to get some of those, otherwise I could thread out. Oh yeah, Favor of the Valar. There's the 5, 6, and 7. Test of Will, Faint. There's a couple interesting answers to hard questions in this, or hard problems in this quest. Side quests are kind of bad in this quest because of the way the boss functions, but I'm going to risk it. So this is my deck. High threat, Grima, Doom, 4 heroes. But I do like this deck a lot. It can put out a substantial amount of allies pretty quickly, and it has enough willpower to get it going right away. Glaeowyn is usually my first pick for a starting card. So let's take a look at this quest. There's a new keyword on these enemies. These are like bandits trying to steal your stuff. So they have this new Looter X keyword. They're going to get piles of loot cards, each enemy, when they engage you. They trigger this Looter keyword. When they engage you, they'll take 1 card from your hand, which is the worst part of it, and then X cards from the top of your deck. Looter 1, 2, 2, and 0. So this guy will just take a card from your hand and then put it next to him. This guy will take 1 from your hand and 2 from your deck. Same, and 1 and 1. And then there's other effects like this shadow card on this Pillaging Swordsman, where it adds 2 to his loot pile. Once you kill the enemy, you put 1 card in this Plundered Goods loot pile, and 1 card in your hand and discard the rest. So it's kind of a bit similar to the Dunlanding stuff, where it deals with, interacts with cards in your hand, and but they're more robbing you rather than punishing you for having them, I guess. This Plundered Goods, it gets +1 threat for every card in its loot pile. So the more enemies you deal with, the more you kill, the bigger pile this will accumulate, and the more threat you have in the staging area. This can be pretty punishing, combined with the locations you don't want to travel to because they're so mean. That's the big new thing. All these have effects that trigger off their loot keyword. This is a 2-stage quest. First stage, you have to kill 3 enemies, and then you immediately move to stage 2. There's no progress needed. And then stage 2, this boss comes out, and you have to kill him to win. You only can take 5 damage a round, but he heals every round as well. And he heals according to the number of different types of cards in his loot pile. So he can heal up to 4 a turn, 3 a turn, or 4 if you have side quests in your deck, and that's why it's probably not intelligent for me to do those, but I'm going to anyway. So that's the quest. I'll read the text in a minute here, but let's set up my hand. I am looking for a Lancer or Glaowen. Or Gandalf would be acceptable too. And the card I draw is going to make a difference in which one of these fellows I pick. Here's my opening hand. There's Glaowen and a Lancer. I'll take it. I love it. And Thor's Key is not bad either. A lot of these locations are terrible. And Treebeard is never bad. Guthloth I can play for 1. Bit of healing right away. I wish I had a Hauberk of Mail. That would help my defense a good bit. Also, Erkenbrand is great for this quest because shadow cards can be ugly. Alright, there's my hand. Here is there's a bunch of story text on the extra cards here. Basically, we're escorting Morwen, I believe is her name, Queen of Rohan from Gondor, I believe. Back from Gondor to Rohan, and we get ambushed at Erelas, which is one of the beacon outposts between Rohan and Gondor. Along the Great West Road, you come upon the Rohirrim camp in the shadow of the green, bald beacon hill of Erelas. The quiet of your journey is interrupted by a sudden attack from the shadows. The clash of steel and the cries of men soon reach your ears. You must drive them away and free the camp from further destruction. Set brigand ringleader Asai out of play. Add plundered goods, that's the objective, to the staging area. Each player searches the encounter deck for a different enemy and adds it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. So, this guy is the weakest, by far. Only 2 hit points, but he has Surge, and he has Surge, so good to get out of the encounter deck. But his forced effect, when he would take any amount of damage, if he has any cards in its loot pile, discard each of those cards instead. So you have to kill him twice, basically. So, he starts in the staging area. So my plan is to use this Lancer to kill him before he engages me, and then the looter keyword won't trigger. If I hadn't have the Lancer, I would have chosen this Vengeful Bowman, because he only takes 5 to kill. These guys take 6 and 7. So I'm going to take this guy and hope my plan works. And let's just check this Plundered Goods card. Add 1 threat to the total, 1 to the total threat in the staging area for each card under Plundered Goods loot pile. In Plundered. When an enemy leaves play, add 1 card from its loot pile to Plundered Goods loot pile. Then add another card from its loot pile to its owner's hand. Discard the rest. And then here's 1B. Drive them away. After an enemy is destroyed, place a resource token here. In counter action, remove 5 progress from the stage to choose a card in the loot pile and discard it. Limit once per round. Can't advance unless there are X resource tokens on the stage, where X is equal to 1 plus 2 per player, so 3. Alright, here we go. Good, some threat control. Hopefully won't need that soon, but good to have. Alright, the whole plan focuses on this Westfold Lancer, so I'm going to trigger Grima, Doom 1, and then Theoden brings his cost down again, so he only costs 1. I'm going to play this, and this. I call that good. There's a terrible treachery that targets your defender, so I'm going to quest a little lighter than might make sense otherwise. Leave Grima up. So there's questing for 8 versus 1. Uh-oh, another enemy. So 8 versus 3 is 5 progress. Now I have the 5 there, I can trigger that counter action. And then I'm going to use my response. After he quests successfully, discard it to choose a non-unique enemy in the staging area. Deal 2 damage to the chosen enemy. Hurts to lose that guy, but it is worth it to get rid of one of these enemies. Okay. I'm going to bring this guy down. And he has Looter 2, so I discard a random card and put it underneath him. That's not a great card to discard. And then 2 cards from my deck. So he has Archery X. It's the number of different player card types in the vengeful bowman's loot pile. So he has archery 2. I'm going to put those on these people. And then he's attacking for 3. Defend. No shadow card. And I cannot hurt him. But we aren't dead. Okay, end of turn 1. And we put 1 resource on there for killing that sneaky guy. Alright, I really want to start getting some card draw with this loot word, keyword, taking your cards away. I can run dry really fast. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. A storm comes. And then I have 5 resources left. The other way to nerf this is not have any cards in your hand. I don't think I can accomplish that this turn, though. Actually, I easily could with Song of Healing, couldn't I? Let's get him out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we need to start getting this guy killed. Set the resources up on him. I'm a little light on attack. If I quested for 0, I could kill him. I'm going to quest for 6. With this as my target. Good. No. Enemy. Travel effect is return an enemy engaged with a player to the staging area. So that's bad because they trigger their loot ability again. These are good cards here. I might use my thrower's key. This is my only thrower's key, I believe. Let me check that. Yep. And they're definitely worse locations, but this would help me. Let's do it. Thrower's key on that. And now I'm 6 versus 2 is 4 progress here. We're going to travel there. Take the archery. Archery 2. Put 1 on him. And 1 on Grima. I might put this Song of Healing on him next. Then I'll defend. No damage. That's good. And then I'll attack back with Theoden for 1. Okay. Pretty well in control, but I hate to say that because it always spins out fast. Faint. That's nice. Let's put this on him. This guy's going to only cost 1. Gets a reduction if I control a Rohan hero, and he gets a reduction from Theoden. Let's put this on him. And if I get another enemy, my faint will get stolen or some. Alright, I got 3 needed there and 1 needed there. Let's quest for 7. Okay, this is a treachery. Each player that controls more than 2 allies must discard an ally they control. Discard 2 instead if you control 5. I control 3 allies, so I gotta get rid of 1, which will be Guthlaf. So now I'm down to questing for 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, now I can be more flexible with my resources. I had cards in hand. I'm going to give this guy a shadow card. I get archery 2. Let's give 1 to her. And 1 to him because I can heal him, I guess. Attacking enemy gets plus X, where X is the number of different spheres among cards in its loot pile. That's plus 2, so that's 5. I can just cancel that because it comes out 1 better. Ready, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can kill him. Then I take 1 of these and put 1 under here. I'm going to take this one, put this one. There's a way you can get those cards back later. Now this is 1 threat. Put a resource there. and on to the next turn. Keys of Orthanc. More resource acceleration, but not really needed right now since I don't have much in hand. Ooh, that changes things. I need to save for that. It's really going to help me hold up against this ringleader later. So let's put this here for 1. And then we're going to Grima to make this cost 0. And then we're going to trigger this. And now we have 2. So now I can play this next turn. Okay, don't really need to quest for a lot. We just need to kill the enemy to go to the next stage. I'll quest for 4. Old Farmhouse. 3 threat. After it leads play as an explored location, discard cards from the counter deck until a location is discarded. Add that location to the stationery. There's a lot of locations that are kind of a cantrip here. Some of them make you fetch enemies. Some of them make you get enemies when they're discarded. And this one makes you get locations. So the cards tend to pile up. Plus we had this, so we do not quest successfully. It's just a break even. You can travel here. And now we could just get rid of this. But I'm not going to. Because there's a way I could fetch it later. Alright, next turn. Just need an enemy. Let's draw a card. Oh, that's nice. Let's play this. No, let's play Thalion for 3. I need some threat reduction soon. 1, 2, 3. Which will give me a resource. Then I can put this out. Need to draw Gandalf soon. 33 cards left. Okay, let's quest for 6. Oh, enemy, okay. We have 1 threat plus 2 is 3 threat. We get 3 here. That's unfortunate. Should have quested a little more. And then the Slaver. 2, 4, 3, 4. Looter 2. After ally is damaged or destroyed by the Grasping Slaver's attack, add that ally to his loot pile. After Grasping Slaver attacks, deal X damage on characters you control. X the number of ally cards in his loot pile. So the more allies he gets, the more damage he gives you. Let's bring him down. He's going to take 1 of my cards from my hand, the Feint, and 2 cards from my deck. There's an ally. So he's going to give me 1 damage every time he attacks. I'll defend for 6. Exhaust a character you control, no problem. No damage. And let's just soften him up. Oh, I have him ready too. Because I have a side quest cleared, so I'll attack for 6. 3 damage there. Okay. Oh, and when he attacked, I have to put a damage out. I'm going to put that damage on Thalion. Good. Threat control. And that's nice too. Let's put this out. 45 threat with lore tactics. And then trigger our Grima to play this sword for 1, which will give me another resource. I usually don't give leadership the resources, but in this game it was best. Alright, let's quest for 8. Pressure Eve. Return the enemy engaged to the highest engagement cost of the staging area. If no enemies were engaged, again, return to the staging area, gain search. So he's going to loot me again. And that's 8 to 3 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means he's going to come down and loot 3 more cards. Now he has 6 cards, and 3 of those are enemies. So he's going to start doing lots of damage. I need to kill this guy. I didn't want to, but I'm going to. Urkenbrand defends. Okay. Got rid of a side quest. That's good. I'm ready. And I'm just going to kill him. And I'll make sure to use Theoden. Although, just going to get looted, I think. But I won't use Theoden's ability right now. So I kill him. Oh, he gives me 3 damage. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3. Which of these cards do I want? Let's put a healer up there. Or maybe I should take the healer and put this guy up there. I have to discard all the rest of these beautiful cards. He's dead. 3rd progress here. And then I go to stage 2. Ambush! You have battled into the heart of the encampment, but the brigands rally about their leader and launch a vicious attack. In the current phase, add Brigand Ringleader to the staging area. Each player not engaged with the enemy searches and counter deck and discard pile for an enemy and puts play engage with you, shuffling counter deck. Okay, so I gotta get an enemy. Let's choose, I think, the archer. Takes 5 to kill. I have some good now. He's gonna loot me. It takes this card, which I just got, and 2 more cards. And that's archery 2. This guy goes to here. This is now 2 threat. And then 2B, last stage of the quest. After enemy enters play, it makes engagement checks, so they start coming down real fast. And planning action, remove 5 progress from the stage to choose a card in a loot pile. The owner of that card might either discard it or play it for no cost. Limit 4 times per round for the group. So if you can quest really hard, you can start playing these for no cost, which is nice. So that was the end of the combat phase. So it's now refresh phase. If there had been an action window, I would have discarded this card to heal. But there, oh, there was. Oh, there's a healer. That's nice. 47 threat. I can afford probably to do Favor of the Valar because I have 2 of them. Ooh. I have Gandalf. I could just bomb this guy out. That is probably worth it. Let's do him for 1 threat and a lore resource, which gives me a leadership resource. Then let's just play. I took the sneak attacks out because I found I never had enough cards in my hand to make that combo reliable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna kill this guy. I'll put Gandalf there and put him in my hand and discard that. Now this is 3 threat, so I have 6 threat up there right now. Let's quest for 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. See if we can get some progress on here. 14, 2 enemies, that's not good. 14 versus 9, 5. Excellent. Means I can play a free Gandalf. Oh, he makes engagement checks, which is obviously going to come down, so I get 8. And he's going to loot me. This poor Warden of Healing, he just constantly looted. I should have remembered and used my Song of Healing again. Okay, event. Ally, and what does this guy do? Looter 1. Oh, just 1. We're going to shuffle that back in. Pillaging Swordsman gets plus 1 attack, plus X attack, where X is the highest printed cost in his loot pile. So he's a 4 attack enemy. Okay, this guy comes down. He is mean. Shadow them up. And I will start with the Pillaging Swordsman. I'm defending for 6. Oh, he readies. This is raise your threat by 1 for each card in the attacking enemy's loot pile. That would be for 2. I don't want to do that. I'll give myself damage. I will ready with Armored Destroyer. Discard this card. And defend for 6 and take no damage. And then gotta kill some stuff here. 5, 6, 7. This is painful. I gotta kill this guy, I think. But it's gonna take me longer to... Oh, Treebeard. Let's calculate that again. This guy takes 6 to kill. Let's see if I can... Here's 6. But then I don't get my Theoden. I really want that Theoden. 5, 6, 7. That'll kill him. That'll... Plus... That in hand. That up there. And then Theoden gets to pull out an ally with a sword. And... Let's do the Lancer, because it might take one of those surgy guys away again. And then I have 4 with Treebeard. I can put 1 damage, but it's not going to help, so why bother? I won't spend the 2 to ready him. I will heal a bit. Gandalf's going to go away. And then this guy's forced ability is the nasty part. Oh, he's looter 3. Sorry, I didn't do that. I didn't have any cards in my hand, so he couldn't have done that, but he would have got these 3. Oh boy, so there's 3 in there already. At the end of the round, the engaged player adds the top card of their deck to Brigand Ringleader's loot pile and heals 1 damage for each different card cost in its loot pile. So, so he gets a 4th. Now he's healing 3 a turn, so I gotta get rid of some of these so he's healing less fast so I can whittle them down faster. Okay, new turn. I'm going to hit 49 threat here. I'll play this guy for 2. I really should draw this first. That's nice. Which one of these should I play? I'd like to gather information out of there, because then I'll heal less fast. But I could also play a Gandalf, or a Warden of Helm's Deep, or Favor the Valar. Oh, these good things. I only can do it once. Hard decisions, a fun quest. Because right now he's healing 4 turns, so I can barely make any progress on him. So I probably need to spend 5 to get rid of the gather information, because it's least likely to get another one of those. There's only 1 side quest, or 2 maybe, left in the deck. So let's do that. It's not what I want to do. I'm going to play it, although I won't be questing on it. There's 4 threat up here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's not very much. 10 to 4. 10 to 7 is 3 progress. It's enough to do something. Here's another of the most nasty locations. To go here, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the counter deck and discard cards until an enemy is discarded. Put that enemy into play, engage the first player. I think I need to do it because my staging area is going to build up so much with these cards here. But he's going to loot me, which is going to put another card under here eventually. Just, locations are bad. So recycle the encounter deck. Discard until we get an enemy. Okay. Looter 2. We get a random discard from my hand. A Lancer. Then 2 enemies, or 2 cards. Okay, that's good. He's only archery 1. I'll take the archery on the Westfold Lancer. Shadow up. Oh, there we go. Technically, this should be the opposite order. I have trouble there. I'll defend the Bowman first for 6. Nothing. Discard this. And ready. And take no damage on the second defense. That's ready. Treebeard. And this guy takes 5 to kill. I'm going to have Theoden do that by himself. I'm going to take Grimbold into hand for some willpower. Put him under there, so that's 5 threat now. See how much this builds up. Discard him, and then... See, I just can't make much progress. I should just do Eowyn right now, because it wouldn't really matter. Why don't I do that? So Eowyn up to 52, which triggers Favor of the Valar, bringing me down to 45. Good use of that. So I get 5 damage on him. Max. Do a bit of healing. And on to the next turn, although this guy's going to trigger. He loots me for 1, and he's healing 2 a turn. Because he has 2 different types in his loot pile. New turn. Draw a card. Let's play that for sure. Now my planning action, I can get rid of one of these or one of these. If I took away his attachment here, that could help me kill them much faster. But I can't, it's not any good to play it. I could also play this Favor of the Valar, which would be probably the safest thing to do. Gandalf and reduce my threat by 5 and let me quest for a lot. Let's do that. So 5 progress off here. Play Gandalf for free. That's what it says here. The owner of that card may either discard it or play it. So down to 41 threat. That feels good. And this reduces by 1. And now we could do Muster of the Rohirrim. That could be nice. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. All Rohan heroes count as spirit. When you play this, you get look to the top 10 cards of your deck for 4 Rohan allies. Ah, jackpot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't... Well, I guess I could pull him out of my discard pile. Let's do him well, instead of the... Alright, so this is my temporary crew over here. Gandalf will be leaving too. That is a huge number of allies. That's awesome. Can't really play anything else. I should have not used lore, so I could play my Warden of Healing. That's okay, though. Alright, if I can get a bunch of progress here, I can discard these and kill this guy faster, or start a bunch of these. 4, 5, 6 for free, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 to 4. Uh-oh. Each player that controls more than 2 allies must discard an ally they control, or discard 2 if you control more than 5. I just beefed up all my allies, so I have to discard 2, but I have some disposable ones anyway. Cold from the Mountains. So let's discard him. He's not going to do much. And I'm only going to do 1 defense, so I don't need him. So 16 to 4. I believe it's still 16. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Yep. 16 to 4 is 12 progress. 3 here, and 9 here. Perfect. Full 10. I just reduced my threat by 3 for the Woodman's Clearing. And defend against this guy. I have to take the Shadow card because I had no... Okay. Got rid of looted weapons, which is a nasty one. Especially I have to go on this guy. Can ready. And I can... Ready, so I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Puts 5 on him. Back to 5. I'll heal. And heal. And then he loots me. He only heals 2 though, so it's possible I could win this turn. And all my temporary friends go away. New turn. Play that to get out of my hand. Play this for a Doom 1. and a lore resource, which triggers this. Should have drawn a card first. Treebeard, I'll discard Treebeard to heal 1 off him. And I'll play him for 2. With Theoden's ability. Alright, then I'll use the planning action here to play Favor the Valar for free. And another Lancer for free. I can do it up to 4 times per turn. This is the first time I've ever done that twice in 1 turn. Now I'm up against only 2 threat. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this is bad. Well, attached, this is looted weapons. Whenever you'll attach to the enemy and play with the highest engagement cost. That's 0. Then each player adds an item attachment that controls the enemy's loot pile. If there are no enemies in play, they gain Search. And then the passive is, will attach to an enemy, counts the condition attachment with the text. Attached enemy gets +1 threat and attack for each attachment in its pool. So now he's a 9 attack. Oh, it's the item attachment. Which is also bad, because I like my items. He can have the keys of Orthanc. Saruman can be mad at him. So now he's 9 attack. But I can withstand that, because I got 5, 6, 7 hit points and 6 defense. Alright, here we go. We should win here. No. How much did I quest by? A bunch. Plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 to 2 is 12 progress. 9 attack to 6. No shadow card. 3 damage. And then I'll ready Treebeard. And he readies the combat phase 2. So I have 4, 6. He's ready. 7, 8, 9, 14. Which means I can put the 5 on him. And kill him, winning the game. It's 9 complete turns. That was the most successful run I've had of this. I keep tweaking the deck a little bit, and it was that Lancer trick, killing the first enemy, was probably my best advantage I got through experience. And I was able to build up enough willpower to overcome this pile and just bit the bullet and did those locations. But it can just throw a lot of cards at you. If you get a location that spawns an enemy, or get a location that spawns a location, you kill enough enemies, you get a bunch of loot under here. That's threat. Everything else is threat. You get bogged down, and then if this guy gets a bunch of loot, he keeps healing, but you can't get any stuff on progress on here unless you are questing well, and you have to have a big defender and a bunch of attack every turn. Just hits you from every angle, in my opinion. Plus you gotta have healing. Threat, it doesn't really hurt you much on, so I guess that's where I got some advantage here. I took a high threat deck and was able to have 4 heroes right away. There was one very interesting treachery that we never saw, and it's why I kept leaving Grima up. Let's see if I can find it here. Where is it? Here it is. Tired and hungry. Well, attached to a hero, it counts the condition after a location is explored. Exhaust attached hero. So what I was doing, I was questing with my other 3 heroes, keeping my defender up. But then every time I would clear a location, my defender would go down, and his Destrier wouldn't help at that point, which just made it very difficult to defend. So I was keeping Grima up to put this on if that happened, which didn't. Anyway, this is an impressive quest. I don't know how it would play with more players. I've only played it solo so far, and I think it's pretty hard. It's listed as a 5. But I think it's been a challenge for me. I encourage you to play it if you haven't. It's quite a bit of fun and a good puzzle. I'll try to start the next one and get that published pretty soon too. Impressed with the work the guys have put into it. So thank you, Long Extended Party. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back later.